October 19th, 2024. I have to walk down to the bank. It's only half a block from here, but I can't remember the last time I walked half a block. It's kind of cool. I got a jacket on. And I forget what the temperature is. I hear an aircraft. Let's see if I can see it. Nope. I have a problem with, because of my hearing, it has, and it's in both ears and it's different. It makes it hard to locate things by sound. There's also some other problems, that I have. When you think of hearing problems, you think of, well, you need to talk louder for the person to hear you. That's not really my case. Well, one, I can't hear high tones. But the other thing is, which really makes it difficult and people don't understand, is that things come into my ears, but because of what the part the brain plays, things come in sort of full strength, but with different amounts of time. So I hear everything. And the other thing is, I don't understand all this, but your brain, like if you're at someplace where it's noisy and you get a telephone call, say you're in your office, you're in an office and there's a lot of noise around. Maybe, you don't even notice that there's all that noise around you. But for me, all the noise comes in together. Like when I was working in a dispatch, I was working security, but sometimes they had me work in dispatch because the Hispanic people, which I found out, they appear to me, hey, they're bilingual. Oh, that's great. They're bilingual, and but they didn't. They really couldn't do the English part as well, and it made it difficult for them. So sometimes I ended up being in dispatch, and when I was in dispatch, there was all kinds of stuff going on. Phone calls coming in, people coming up to the door, people even, supervisor or something in the small area talking to somebody else, and it all came in, and I couldn't, like normally, you're in a busy area and the phone rings, you pick up the phone, your brain knows, hey, this conversation here on the phone, this is the important one. But if there's a radio playing in the background, if there's people talking, all kinds of stuff, for me, all that comes in, and there's no differentiation, between it. I hear everything, and it is really a problem. I tried to explain it to, say, Dateland Mall, to the supervisor or whatever. Actually, he was he was new, and I only worked there about a year or so. He was new, and he was pretty smart, a young guy, pretty smart. But he was actually sort of playing with me, you know, he was trying to be a smart aleck, you know. He just, you know, refused to pay any attention, and I just ignored him then. And he wasn't that smart about. Probably if it had been an IQ test, I'm guessing he'd have done great on the IQ test, where I'd have just been a little bit above average, you know. But like he was a supervisor, and I was dispatching, and there was a call for a security officer to go to one of the shops in the mall. They were having trouble with somebody. And so I dispatched, and it was right at the time when they lock up the hospital. And this supervisor, he had a little thing of, you know, when the thing went out, the timing, how long it got all the doors before they called in it, he had them called in as they locked the doors up, you know, the different locations. And he had a contest with the supervisor on who sometimes worked that shift and some, you know, whatever, on to how long it, who got it locked up, which shift got it locked up first. That's stupid. Because the keys were very expensive for those doors, and the keys were being broke. You know, they were breaking the keys because they were rushing to get it done. Anyway, there was right at that time there was a problem at one of the shops, and so when he started the thing, you know, I said, okay, you know, time to lock up, you know, or whatever. And then the guys started. I called, you know, I went out of the radio, I was dispatcher. I said, you know, hold off on calling the time in. Let's keep the air free for a little bit. And the dispatcher, or the supervisor came back. No, we're doing the timing of the thing. And I said, we have an officer dispatched on a call, which he knew, you know. And he says, no, we can do two things at once. I thought, well, you know, young whippersnapper, you've never had fellow officers shot in the line of duty. I didn't say that or anything. I just said, okay. Now, he didn't work there very long because he enlisted in the military. And so, you know, he was going into some type of, I don't know what it was, intelligence type of thing or whatever. And I said to him, you know, I haven't said anything to you, but yeah, you're smart. You've got a lot to learn, but you're not going to survive, because we had combat going on in, I think, Iraq at the time or something like that. I said, you're not going to survive because you don't listen to people and you don't learn from people. I said, there's a lot of people, you know, that are not as smart as you, but they've had experience and know-how, maybe a little bit of intuition, and everything. So I said, and he said, well, I'm not going into combat or whatever. I'm in whatever the, you know, thing is. And I said, yeah, they're pulling those people, all kinds of people who wouldn't normally be there, in to do, you know, other chores in order to get personnel in there. And I said, I don't think you're going to live very long. Of course, I don't know what happened to him, if anything, you know. Hell, he's probably a general now. Okay, I'm going to stop this video for now.